Oh, uh, yep, here we are again. Can read this, it's more of a work in progress. I still have yet to come up with what this SOE and NIS is. The DoD and CIA are real. There may be something called the NIS or SOE in real life, but there's something totally different. But we know this one right here is a fictional organization. ICOG. So, yeah, ICOG apparently caused World War IV. But... So, on August 8th, 2014, ICOG did some actions to cause the Fourth World War. This World War would last to 2017 in their world. 2017. 2017 to 2018 at least. I forgot. Oh yeah. 2019 is when it ended. No. Why do I keep changing? It was 2017. 2017 was when it ended. World War V in that world, however, started in like 2022 and ended 2025. Yeah, some crazy stuff. I know. World War III, IV, and V happened in their world, and none of them were nuclear. World War III went from 2003 to 2009, just 3 years. Shorter than World War I, but more devastating than World War I, but narrowly not as much death as World War II had caused. World War IV, however, was deadlier than World War II and I combined. World War IV is the only world war in their world where the enemy managed to get to U.S. home turf. A coalition of Russian Federation, North Korea, and the People's Republic of China invaded the west coast of the United States at 9 a.m. Spain, for some reason, left NATO. They joined the Third World Coalition, and they invaded the east coast of the United States. And yeah, you can see how that turned out. China, Russia, North Korea, and Spain failed. But somehow, the only repercussions they get are sanctions. Well, North Korea in that world collapsed and died. It just became Korea again. No North or South, just Korea. And the thing about ICOG is that people are getting suspicious about them. They would bring vehicles into existence that no one have ever known about, and they don't even alert their allies. So their allies find a new jet in the sky they can't detect by radar, and they go up to it thinking it's probably Russian Chinese, but they see the ICOG symbols on it when they get too close. So by the time they're there, they learn it's a friendly, thinking it was the enemy the whole time. I mean, one ICOG jet from 2014 outperforms the F-22 and F-35. Stealthier than a F-22, but some say it's stealthier than a B-2 Spirit bomber. And it can go Mach 3. Has flexible wings that can also fold in so it can fit multiple on carriers, and has a 25mm rotary gun. It does have better G controls, so a pilot would get intense G's from flying that fast. But in ICOG jet, they did something. It's an unknown technique where they made G's irrelevant, kind of. They made G's irrelevant. Well, to ICOG at least. So, like, something that why is that so large? Get out of my face. This is more my typing distance, not that. 100. But, ICOG, their influence in 2003 was below. No, their influence in 1990 was about 4 more points than the United States government, which were the people to form ICOG, by the way. Following that, in 2003, ICOG they surpassed the Geneva Convention and some other minor powers. Also, 2003 is when ICOG started accidentally, quotation marks, started World War III. Wow, my elbow hurts. And then in 2009, 2006, ICOG exploded. Influence and became more powerful than the EU and United States. And in 2009, they exploded even more, surpassing the UN and NATO. Also, 2009 is when World War III ended, and ICOG helped them get World War III over with minimal casualties. France looked worse than it did in World War I or II. Or every time a sports team wins or loses in every year. So you can probably imagine that. Or you probably can't. But anyways, I've got some ICOG vehicles I'll tell you about it tomorrow, as well as some ICOG history, so you'll see that later. Bye, bye, bye!